Yeah, no, always is. Felt great out there. Obviously, I think we just executed a lot better than we have the past two games. So it was just great to see. It's a good feeling. A lot better feeling coming in the locker room today as opposed to this time last week. So just one step in the right direction. Got to keep getting better. Now they're going to count for real. So just putting everything we have into getting ready for Houston. But it was a great, builds a lot of confidence going into the season. It's nice to finish the preseason with a game like that.
Ruben talked a lot about getting you into a tempo, not just you, the offense in general.
Yeah.
And you just mentioned that he did a lot of things with you today that you did in college. How much of an impact did it make to be in the shotgun, the bubble screens, and the rollouts?
I felt good. I thought we had a good game plan. I mean, honestly, it's all about execution, though. Like I said, I think we had a good game plan last week, too. We just didn't execute it. So it's easy as someone from the outside to see a game and, we don't play that great or we don't execute it. It's going to make it look like maybe we're not running the right scheme or whatever, but it's all about execution. It doesn't matter what you run. If everybody's on the same page and everybody knows it, you're going to play well. So we felt that today. We were all on the same page. We communicated well. We kept it simple. And then for me, just being accurate, making quick decisions, getting the ball out of my hand, and letting our guys make plays, and that was the difference. Run game was great, too, so it was awesome.
Urban said there was serious question about whether they'd play you today because of how many offensive linemen were out. How much did they communicate to you about that, about what the circumstances were going to be?
Yeah, we talked about it. At the end of the day, we felt good with the five that we were running out there. It's obviously it wasn't our starting five, but those guys have been busting their tail, and they were ready. And in practice, they were ready, had a good week, and I felt good with it. And we had a good plan to where we did take some shots, but also getting the ball out of my hand, staying on the move. That helped a lot. Run game was great. Like I said, I thought we just came out and executed well, and that always feels good.
How glad are you that you got a chance to actually feel it work before the real game started?
No, it feels great. Like I said, just building confidence for our whole team, just to show what we can do when we execute. Obviously, it'll change a little bit as the season gets started. Game one in Houston be a little bit different, but it's still real football. Like, they're keeping score. Everybody's out there trying to win that game, and it felt good just to be clean, execute, stay ahead of the chains. Really had, I played 3 drives, and the guys that came in after played great too. But we were 2 for 3 for touchdowns in those drives, and even the second drive where we punted, we drove the ball pretty well. And third down, I probably could have made a better decision and got the first down, but still we pinned them inside the 5. It was all about field position too.
Urban said the success on first down is what caused the crispness of the offense. But what's that like when play comes in, you call it, you're running it, you're not having to make a ton of adjustments, and you just get out there and play?
Yeah, obviously that's ideal. When the call comes in, you want to keep it on and be able to ride with it and feel good about it. But there's some situations where you have to check. You got to, change your protection. You got to check into something else. That happens. Didn't happen a ton this game while I was in there. Some of the guys that came in later in the game did a great job of just being able to check and flip things around and did an awesome job. But no, it's always a good feeling when it's clicking and we're making the plays and when the first progression's coming open a lot and when we're getting through the progressions fast. It's great.
What's your expectation about how much more challenging it'll be for you in the regular season games when teams are game planning against you?
Definitely more challenging. Obviously, they're going to be really, like in preseason, it's hard because you got the big roster and everyone's trying to play different guys and see who can do what, and you're evaluating talent, and you're not necessarily always doing everything you can to win that game because you want to see guys play and how they do. So obviously that changes in the regular season. So you'll see I'm sure, a lot of changes week to week, people game planning for what you do well, what you don't do well, and scheming you up. So just got to be ready for that. And then every week too, like their number ones are going to be running out there. So, but at the end of the day, it's the same game. You got to execute. Like I said, I feel confident that if we're prepared and we execute, we can play with anybody.
Trevor, you've alluded to this before, but you add guys during a week. That didn't happen in college. Now you lose a bunch of guys. And even yesterday, you guys lost somebody in your quarterback room with the Gardner trade. How is all that dynamic of what's going on at this level?
It's different. I'm not used to it. You build relationships with guys, and it just sucks. Seeing guys go. It's just the nature of the business. You can't keep everybody, and guys. There's certain situations that are better for them and the team. You just never know. But I mean, that's just part of it. You got to keep going, and the team that you do have, you got to make the most of it. But yeah, so we had a receiver come in, Devin Smith, today. I think he got here yesterday and dove and made that like 60-yard catch I think it was in the first half. I mean, just stuff like that is crazy. Like, he just got here, goes out there, runs a go, catches a 60-yard pass. Like, stuff like that is just so weird. You don't get used to it. But I really like the group we have. It sucks that we got to cut the team down. I don't know. Obviously, I don't make those decisions. I'm glad I don't, because we got a lot of guys that deserve to be on this team, and it's just tough. So we'll see how that goes.
How's the relationship with Gardner? Do you think he lands in a good spot now? I mean, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, me and Gardner had a really good relationship. He's always treated me really well since I've gotten here, helped me as much as he could, and we just had a really transparent relationship. We would talk about things, and I'll always be rooting for him. He's a great player, super smart. I've learned a ton from him, and I don't really know about the details of the situation in Philly, so I can't really know if that's a good spot or not, but I know wherever he goes, he's going to make the most of his opportunities. So I'm excited to watch him. You know, I'm going to miss him. He's a great teammate, so. But I'm excited for him. I'm excited for him to get an opportunity.
Bevel and Shoddy have coached in the league a long time, a lot of different really good quarterbacks, none who really fit your physical dimensions. How much of this offense is what they came here with, and how much of it has been created for you?
I think it's a good mix. Obviously, they've both had really great coaching careers and have had a lot of success with different quarterbacks. So you take things from that, and they have their systems. Coach Bev, and then Coach Shoddy has his thoughts, and you know, they're kind of intertwined in the system as well. And then for me, playing in the spread, you mix in some spread game, and just so I can feel a little bit more comfortable, get the ball in space, all those things that, you know, really hasn't been that big in the NFL, you know, besides the past few years. You see the Cardinals doing it a lot and some other teams. But it's been awesome. I think they've done a good job of gelling everything together and trying to put us in the best situation. And I know I'm like I'm saying the same thing over and again, but it's about executing. Like, I thought we had a good plan last week and just didn't execute it. So every week, that's the challenge, right?
Thanks, Ron.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate y'all.